All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Natalie's Grandview. Coming to you here from King Avenue, 945 King Avenue, with no audience. Hope you're all hanging in there, surviving this pandemic the best you can. I know we're doing the best we can. We have carry-out and delivery right now, no dine-in service, no live audience for the shows yet. The vaccine's supposed to be on the way, so hopefully pretty soon we're going to get back to whatever the new normal is going to be. But in the meantime, we appreciate you tuning in. We're doing live streams here from Natalie's Grandview every Wednesday through Sunday. We'll be missing a couple of days, of course, around the holidays, but check out our schedule. Our donation links are up. I know you're asked this a lot, and I know that whatever you're able to do, but we certainly appreciate any donations you can throw our way. It helps pay the musicians, our production crew, keeping our doors open. And so we're going to do that the best we can. I want to give a special shout out to Mitch Hyde for doing the video, and Corey Carter tonight doing audio. Been doing a great job if you've seen some of our live streams. The main thing that we ask you to consider is ordering carry-out food from us. That's how we are able to keep moving forward here. So we have a to-go menu. You can order online. There's various ways. Just check out our website, and you can order pizza. We have our to-go cocktails, and we also have a package now. It's called the Live Stream and Chill. Every night that we're doing a live stream for $50, you can pick out your pizza, choose a bottle of wine of your choice, or a couple of our great cocktails, or a 4-pack of local brews. And so that's available to you. Of course, you can order anything you want if you just want to order a pizza, but we appreciate your business, and we're also doing that up in Worthington at Natalie's Coal-Fired Pizza and live music. So kitchen is open tonight till 9 o'clock, so we appreciate that. Also, we have a new collaboration that we're real excited about with the Ohiolina Music Festival and Chris Koenig. He's not here with us tonight, but it's a great organization. They do this annual festival. Started up in Mount Vernon, Ohio, and then the last few years it's been in the Grandville area. And so they came on board and are sponsoring 8 shows, live stream shows, here in the month of December. We kicked it off with our annual John Hartford tribute last weekend, and carried through last night with Tim Easton, and then tonight's show is also sponsored by them. Coming up the rest of this week, we have Pop Gun. They're sponsoring that. Boy, these damn masks. On the Friday night, Pop Gun. Sydney McSweeney on Saturday doing her annual holiday show. And the Floorwalkers doing their Christmas show on the 18th. Hoodoo Soul Band is going to be doing their some Christmas music on the 20th with special guest Sydney McSweeney as well. And then we're going to wrap up the year with the great Teeny Tucker doing our New Year's Eve show, live stream. We'll have some special food and drink items for you as well. And so we want to give a shout out to the Ohiolina Festival. It's kind of a combination of combining Ohio and North Carolina culture, music. And so check out their website, ohiolina.com. And the theme of these shows that we're doing together is Hit the Road 2020. Nice to see you 2021. And so we have some graphics that we're putting up on social media. And so we want to thank them for their partnership. Also want to make sure I'm trying to model this mask. We have our own COVID mask now with our logo on it. We also have t-shirts, sweatshirts. Check out our merch store. We've been adding some new items, and so that also helps us pay our bills. And then until the end of the year, we're doing a gift card special for a $100 gift card order. We'll give you a bonus $20 card that you can use for yourself. So enough of these commercials. We're here to enjoy a really fabulous duo that has not been on our stage for a while, and actually neither one of them have played here at Natalie's Grandview. Guys, come on up on the stage. Good to see you. So this is our good friend Paul Kovac.
Yeah, I've been to the Natalie's with several different. As soon as you find out about one, I switch to the next one too.
Yeah. And David Mayfield.
That's me. Hello.
And boy, I tell you, guys, I was just surfing to see what was out there in the live stream, and I caught your Bluegrass Gospel Hour from Gar Hall up in Peninsula.
Yeah.
What a great program that is. Is that every Sunday or pretty regular?
Every other Sunday.
Yeah.
Every other
Paul
Sunday, yeah.
And we stream from the Bronson Church, which is a historical, tiny little church, is about as big as the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's about 3 doors down from the GAR, so it's
Okay.
got part of the peninsula, the magic of that little town.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, we sit there bathed in sunlight through stained glass windows. It's a pretty great little setting.
Yeah,
So,
great.
Every other week, yeah.
Yeah, so check that out as well. What time is that show normally?
10:30.
Yep.
10:30 to 11:30.
10:30, 11:30.
Yeah.
All right. AM.
AM.
AM,
That's
right?
right.
It's church time.
It's church time.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
That's right. But we post them so you can watch it whenever you want.
Right.
And after an hour of our gospel music, you can stop at Hobby Lobby and then go right and get some chicken at Chick-fil-A,
Yeah, big chicken.
the big chicken.
Yeah.
Right. So it's great to have you here. Been a fan of both of these guys. I'm a little more familiar with, we've worked a little bit more together, Paul, with everyone from Shoe Fly to your little collaboration with Jim Marr.
Yeah.
And
I think that Shoe Fly was one of the first shows at Natalie's up in Worthington. Yeah.
yeah, so great sound. And of course, both these guys, you look through their resume and the people they've worked with, it's pretty impressive.
You're only as good as your last show, though. You know.
That's right.
That's right.
So here we're going to do vaccine, 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 vaccine. No, not really.
So well, listen.
Hey.
Let's get to the music. Thanks for the brief chat, and take it away.
All right, come on up and talk to us anytime throughout the show. Thanks, Charlie.
Right. If you want to sing one too, hop on up.
Yeah. If you just want to jug along, get your jugging. All right, well, we'll get our show started with one of our songs. This one goes out to Mother Nature. It goes like this.
She ain't gonna like it, not one little bit. And when she starts to show it, you're gonna know it. It's time to pay the piper, sure as you're born. Not because you ain't been warned. Ain't no fury like a woman in scorn.
Been taking her for granted far too long, it's true. It's time to change your song to a different tune. She cared for you through thick and thin. The way you use her, it's a sin. Not gonna treat her later, that's good to you. You gotta show her that you love her. That's what you do.
She ain't gonna like it, not one little bit. And when she starts to show it, you're gonna know it. It's time to pay the piper, sure as you're born. Not because you ain't been warned. Ain't no fury like a woman scorned. Ain't no fury like a woman scorned.
Let her go and walk away. But in the end, you're the fool that's gonna pay. You treat her bad when she needs you most. Now you made her mad, so it's adios. It's not how you treat a lady that's been good to you. You gotta show her that you love her. That's what you do.
She ain't gonna like it, not one little bit. And when she starts showing, you're gonna know it. It's time to pay the piper, sure as you're born. Not because you ain't been scorned. Ain't no fury like a woman 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 scorned.
Oh, yeah.
Nailed it.
Thank you. That's a little song I wrote up about, about Mother Nature. I guess was in the back of my head. And but you know, you got to treat people right. That's all there is to it. Now we'll do one of our favorite little tunes. It's from Tim O'Brien, one of our buddies. It's called Nellie Kane. 2, 3. I went riding out on the western plain. Instead of North Dakota, I met my Nellie Kane. I met my Nellie Kane. She was living in a lonely cabin with son by another man. 5 years she'd waited for him as long as a woman can. Long as a woman can. I don't know what changed my mind. Till then I was a rambling kind of love I can't explain that I had for Nellie Kane. Help her till the land. In the afternoon we planted seeds. In the evening we held hands. In the evening we held hands. Her blue eyes told me everything a man would want to know. It was then I realized that I would never go. I would never go. I don't know what changed my mind. Till then I was rambling kind of love I can't explain that I had for Nellie Kane. Have gone by and her son has grown up tall. I became a father to him and she became my all. She became my all. I don't know what changed my mind. Till then I was a rambling kind of love I can't explain that I had for Nellie Kane. That I had for Nellie Kane. Oh, yeah.
Oh. Thank you. Please don't rush the stage.
Or throw anything at us. It's a real treat and an honor. We walked in here and said, okay, we've landed in a good spot. Haven't seen this version of Natalie's, and it's really a fantastic space for live music. So I hope that, after after all that, we'll be having some crowds in here, and we'll be waiting for you when we do. Well, there's a nasty part of old Dallas, Texas down there called the Deep Ellum. So we're going to do you a little Deep Ellum blues right now. We don't have a bass player or a guitar player. We're just the two of us. So that's what we're going to do right now, okay?
Sounds good. them Deep Ellum blues.
And you go down to Deep Ellum, keep your money in your socks. Them fine-looking women, they'll put you on the rocks. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues.
Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues.
Now his preaching days are through.
Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues.
They don't give a man a chance.
Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues. Oh, sweet mama, daddy's got them Deep Ellum blues.
And the crowd goes mild.
Goes mild, I get you saying. Well, we got a couple of different instruments with us. We do actually have a guitar or two.
And as the boy that introduced us said, we've never been here in this new place, but I do know a little bit about Natalie's Grandview. I know that people come here for two reasons and two reasons only.
Oh, so? And
reason number one is the delicious food, and reason number two is to dance erotically to honky-tonk music. Pretty sure.
And
so we should throw a little honky-tonk in
let's
for
give them a little something to
for the people
eroticize too.
shut in at home. Feel free to get up and dance around, but keep your clothes on because we can actually see you. It's a two-way
Camera.
These cameras, we can see out of your webcam, so we see you at home. You look good.
Pretty good.
Here's a Johnny Horton tune called Honky Tonk Man. I'm a honky tonk man, and I can't seem to stop. I love to give the girls a whirl to the music of an old jukebox, but when my money's all gone, I'm on the telephone, hollering, hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home? Oh, I'm living wild and dangerously, but I got Paul for company. When the moon comes up and the sun goes down, that's when I want to see the lights of town. I'm a honky-tonk man, and I can't seem to stop. I love to give the girls a whirl to the music of an old jukebox, but when my money's all gone, I'm on the telephone, hollering, hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home? Pick it, Paulie. Pretty little gal and a a jug of wine. That's what it takes to make a honky-tonk of mine. The jukebox a moaning, a honky-tonk sound. That's when I want to lay my money down. 'Cause I'm a honky-tonk man, and I can't seem to stop. I love to give the girls a whirl to the music of an old jukebox, but when my money's all gone, I'm on the telephone, hollering, hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home? Honky-tonk man, and I can't seem to stop. I love to give the girls a whirl to the music of an old jukebox, but when my money's all gone, I'm on the telephone, hollering, hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home? When my money's all gone, I'm on the telephone, hollering, hey, hey, mama, can your daddy come home? Aha! Wow. We sounded pretty good on that one.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, we're getting there.
Well, we'd like to go ahead and transition into the musical portion of our program with this next song that was written by Mr. Paul Kovac.
That'd be me.
That's me. That's who you are. And this is on your latest
It's on my
album?
On my record that you play on.
That's right.
And this fulfills our obligation to do a bluegrass song that's spiteful, because there's a few genres within the genre of bluegrass. You got your drinking songs, and you got your wanting to be back in the cabin home on the hill, and you got your missing mom songs, but every once in a while you got to do one that's kind of spiteful. Who's the king of spiteful bluegrass? I'd say Red Allen, probably.
Red Allen, Jimmy Martin.
Jimmy Martin, yeah. There you go. That's
I
the
think
kind of
I think you're in the running to be the new king of spiteful bluegrass. Or I might become the king of spiteful bluegrass just to spite you.
Now that would be good. I'd like to see that. All right, this one's called It Might Mean Goodbye. It Might Mean Goodbye. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You weren't so selfish, serving yourself first. You've got a charming good side, but your selfish side's the worst. Well, I'm not the only friend of yours that's starting to feel this way. It's time to take a good long look or face a lonesome day. The world does not revolve around your house of cards will hit the ground. I'm sorry if it makes you cry. My tears have long run dry. It's not too late, you need to choose and walk in someone else's shoes and taste a slice of humble pie, or it might mean goodbye. Right there in the good book, and Buddha said it too. Do the same to others as you would have them do. I ain't calling you a sinner, but karma has a way of making right what should be right. Could mean a dreadful price to pay. The world does not revolve around your house I'm sorry if it makes you cry. My tears have long run dry. It's not too late, you need to choose and walk in someone else's shoes and taste a slice of humble pie, or it might mean goodbye. Yeah, it might mean goodbye. Yeah, it might mean goodbye. Oh yeah, spiteful.
Coming in from our mutual friend Larry Nager.
Okay.
Oh, Larry Nager, yeah.
Greetings from Bluegrass Underground.
Bluegrass Underground, yeah.
And he said he hasn't seen you since a little adventure down in the cave, a little rappelling.
I remember, yeah, rappelling in the cave. Oh, yeah, Bluegrass Underground. Well, hello, Larry. Miss you. And hope to see you soon. Does he want to hear anything?
We'll find out.
Any request? If someone makes requests that we stop playing, don't tell us. Just let that one roll by.
Karen Walters says you sounded good, don't look too bad either.
Karen Walters says we look good.
That's
We
the
sound
important-
good and we don't look too bad, she says.
I don't know which is the good part of that. Yeah, Larry Nager, the Katie Lure Band. Yeah,
yeah.
she goes way back since they played with Harley Allen. You want to play mandolin a little?
I would love to play with man.
Yeah. He's a Renaissance man, Larry. Lives down in Cincinnati area.
So this,
He's in Hawaii now. Well, he must be doing something right. Kick it off. Let's just say historically, I get the Bluegrass Unlimited, been getting it for a long time. And this is the 75th year of what people refer to as the beginning of Bluegrass, the Big Bang, where Bill Monroe had Flatt and Scruggs and Chubby Wise and Howard Watts in his band, and they started out more or less with Earl Scruggs on the banjo in early December. Just a couple of days ago, on the 8th of December, was the night that they debuted Earl Scruggs. And I think Howdy Forrester was the fiddler, but that group of musicians went on to define the genre that we admire and love. And so that was just a couple days ago. And so we thought we'd do a Bill Monroe song for you right now. And also, David pointed out to me that today is what?
Well, the first time I ever heard this song we're about to do, Bill Monroe wrote it, right?
Yeah.
But the first time I ever heard it, it was the band called The Seldom Seen. And John Duffy was singing the lead on it, and John Duffy died on this day in 1996.
There you go.
So it's a little fitting that we do this for him and Bill Monroe. And
Yeah, it's a prominent, there's a good bunch of fellers right there. Why don't you kick it out? 2, 1. That train coming round the bend, carrying the one that I love. Her beautiful body is still here on earth, but her soul has been called above. Body and soul, body and soul. That's how she loves me, with body and soul. Her beautiful hair was the color of gold. Her eyes were blue as the sea. Her lips color of a summer's red rose, and she promised to always love me. Body and soul, body and soul. That's how she loves me, with body and soul. Shadows will cover her face as her last sun goes down, and she's laid beneath the ground. My teardrops are falling like rain. Body and soul, body and soul. She loved me with body and soul. That's how she loved me with body and soul.
Woo! It's like singing tenor to a dog whistle. Let's do something a little festive now.
Festive.
You know any Halloween songs or
We could do Groundhog.
Groundhog? Yeah,
That's always festive.
It's a good
Of course,
one of my holiday favorites.
I'm going to hold off on that one till February or so.
That's right. And Natalie's has the new Groundhog pizza that they just added to the menu, so be sure you order one of those. That's right, roadkill curbside special.
If you can eat the whole thing, you don't have to pay for it. Oh yeah, this one, yeah. Children, go where I send thee. How will I send thee? Oh, I'm gonna send thee one by one. One for the little bitty baby, born in Bethlehem. Children, go where I send thee. How will I send thee? Oh, I'm gonna send thee two by two. Two for the Paul and Silas, one for the little bitty baby, born in Bethlehem. Children, go where I send thee. How will I send thee? Oh, I'm gonna send thee three by three. Three for the Hebrew children, two for the Paul and Silas, one for the little bitty baby, born in Bethlehem. Children, go where I send thee. How will I send thee? Oh, I'm gonna send thee four by four. Four for the four that stood at the door. Three for the Hebrew children. Two for the Paul and Silas. One for the little bitty baby. Born in Bethlehem. Children, go where I send thee. How will I send thee? Oh, I'm gonna send thee five by five. Five for the
5 that come back alive. 4 for the 4 that stood at the door. 3 for the Hebrew children. 2 for the Paul and Silas. 1 for the little bitty baby born in Bethlehem.
Children, go where I send thee.
How will I send thee? Oh, I'm gonna send thee 10 by 10. 10 for the 10 commandments. 9 for the 9 that stood in the line. 8 for the 8 that waited at the gate. 7 for the 7 that didn't get to heaven. 6 for the 6 that didn't get fixed. 5 for the 5 that come back alive. 4 for the 4 that stood at the door. 3 for the Hebrew children. 2 for the Paul and Silas. 1 for the little bitty baby born in Bethlehem. In Bethlehem. Children born in Bethlehem. That's a pretty good one right there. Paul Kovac, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yay.
Oh, no, thanks. No, thanks. Really, that's enough.
Please hold your applause.
Now, usually we like to talk about the birth of bluegrass, the anniversary of bluegrass, and here we are doing nothing but talking about the death of the great bluegrass artists. But I guess that's part of starting something is you got to finish it. So, December 1st, 1966, a day that shall live in infamy. Oh, wait a minute. No, that is true. That's the day Carter Stanley died. And he was Ralph Stanley's older brother and one of the great writers and singers of bluegrass music. And so we'll get David to sing one of his great compositions called The White Doves.
Right? In the deep rolling hills of old Virginia, there's a place I love so well, where I spent all the days of my childhood, in a cabin where we used to dwell. White doves will mourn in sorrow, the willows will hang their head. I live my life in sorrow, since Mother and Daddy are dead. We were all so happy there together in our peaceful little mountain home. But the Savior needed angels up in heaven there to sing around the great white throne. White doves will mourn in sorrow, the willows will hang their head. I live my life in sorrow, since Mother and Daddy are dead. I live
Oh, thank you.
You can always tell a true bluegrass song when it ends with the word dead.
Yeah.
You want to play a little? Oh yeah, it's like this.
Do a little,
yeah.
gospel number.
Let's do a little gospel.
Let's-
Like Charlie said, we every other Sunday. Let's see, it's not this week. It's not this weekend. It's next weekend for us.
Yep.
And if you go to Voices in the Valley Facebook page, right?
Yep.
I'm not really
Yep.
good at getting it all the time, but if you find it, it'll be on the Voices in the Valley, which is kind of the name, the term that we think of all the things that are going on in Peninsula Ohio. And you'll be able to pick it up live stream. We get, there are people from England that tune in. Two of them.
It's pronounced Anglin.
Anglin.
Paul.
And I'm purposely going for the Boris Johnson haircut now.
It's looking good. I'm glad you're using that Floby I gave you.
Yeah, I'm going to actually get it by next Sunday. It's going to look just like Boris Johnson. So anyhow, we have two people from England, and we'd love to have some folks from wherever. Who cares? I don't care where they live.
Yeah.
So to tune in. And so we do a lot of the kind of duet stuff that we have. You know why? Because there's just the two of us, really.
I didn't realize until
Yeah.
just now. That's why.
Yeah. It's just
Let's-
you and me.
Let's dedicate this one to Karen Walters.
All right. She kind of
she's-
likes these. Every time we play this one, she kind of likes it.
Yeah. She probably tuned out, but we'll dedicate it to her anyway.
Yeah.
It's
Her
called
friends can tell.
Don't You Hear Jerusalem Moan.
Two, one, two, three. Well, the hard-shelled deacon, he's a mighty fine deacon. Don't you hear the Jerusalem moan? He'll flow to God, he'll be your teacher. Don't you hear Jerusalem moan? Don't you hear Jerusalem moan? Don't you hear Jerusalem moan? Thank God there's a heaven and a ringing in my soul, and my soul set free. Don't you hear Jerusalem moan? Ain't no fool, don't you hear Jerusalem moan? With the 10 Commandments and the golden rule, don't you hear Jerusalem moan? Don't you hear Jerusalem moan? Don't you hear Jerusalem moan? Thank God there's a heaven and a ringing in my soul, and my soul set free. Don't you hear Jerusalem moan? Baptist, he ain't no fool. Don't you hear Jerusalem moan? He'll not be fair and a creature's soul. Don't you hear Jerusalem moan? Don't you hear Jerusalem moan? Don't you hear Jerusalem moan? Thank God there's a heaven and a ringing in my soul, and my soul set free. Don't you hear Jerusalem moan? Come on, one more. Heaven and a ringing in my soul, and my soul set free. Don't you hear Jerusalem moan? Thank God there's a heaven and a ringing in my soul, and my soul set free. Don't you hear Jerusalem moan? Kind of moaned right at the end of that.
Yeah. I heard Paul Kovac moan just then. Well, I think the part of the program where we call on Paul Kovac to come down to the microphone and sing one of his original songs off his latest album, which is available at Circuit City or Borders or Radio Shack. I think you could pick it up at
Any of those places.
any one of those places. Also online, wherever mediocre bluegrass is illegally downloaded. So look for that. And without any ado, here's Paul Kovac.
That was a lot of ado right there. I've always thought that if you write a tragic song, it's got to have a little bit of humor in it, you know, just like the Shakespeare, the tragedy and the comedy. So we'll see where we did on this one. Well, I walk from room to room, trying to stay alive in a house alone that was built for 5. How do things so right turn so wrong? And how did I become that guy in a George Jones song? Well, I don't recall the day that my heart strayed, and now I must sleep in the bed I made. How does one move on after the fire is gone? And how did I become that guy in a George Jones song? How did I become that guy who drinks his bottle dry and who sees the world pass through the bottom of a glass? How did I become that guy who drinks his bottle dry and who sees the world pass through the bottom of a glass? Why, baby, why must I crave this bottle of rye? It seems these days I barely get by, and if drinking don't kill me, then my time ain't long. And how did I become that guy in a George Jones song? How did I become that guy in a George Jones song?
All right. Well, folks, if you enjoyed that song and you want to see Paul Kovac go ahead and make it on to the next round, you can text Paul K to the number scrolling across the bottom of your screen. Mitch, do you have a number going across the? We'll work on that, but let's do one. You want to do a song that's been sort of instrumental in our careers?
Instrumental? Yeah. Let's do that.
When Paul and I first wrote this next song, we wrote it as a cappella song, but we forgot the words, so now it's an instrumental. And it's called Dad Forgot to Clear His History, and He's Sleeping on the Couch Again. I didn't want to stop. I was in a fit. I'm so excited to be out playing music. I don't know how to end songs anymore. I've been cooped up at home so long. Paul, do you know I finished Netflix last night? I finished it.
I tell you what, I can't wait to get out to where we can finally go somewhere and do something. I'm just really looking
buddy,
forward to that.
I feel the same way. I decided when all this is over, I'm going to take a big, long vacation. And I didn't know where to go, so I ordered a big map of America, and I hung it up in my kitchen, and I said, I'm going to throw a dart at it, and wherever that dart lands is where I'm going to go on vacation when the pandemic is over. So when this is all done, when we're all safe, and I'm going to spend 2 weeks behind the fridge.
Well, I wish we had more time for
Corey
that.
gets it.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. Well, speaking of...
You got any traveling songs?
Speaking of Dead Hero, Bluegrass, first generation Bluegrass guys, yeah, it was 1996. That was a bad year for, the great, some of the greats passing on. Bill Monroe and Chubby Wise and John Duffy all passed away in 96. And here's a song that was actually recorded. Now David and I did a version on my record, Ohio Bluegrass, but this was a song that was recorded by Bill and Chubby Wise and Mac Wiseman, and it's one of Bill's numbers called Traveling Down That Lonesome Road. Since we're going to travel, after our show back to Northeast Ohio, and since you're going to travel behind your refrigerator, we may as well do this, right?
All right.
Okay, so let's do it like this. Kick it off.
1, 2, 3. Well, I'm traveling down this lonesome road, oh, how I hate to go. Wind and storms are raging high, and it's awful cold. But my drifts back to you, sweetheart, and I love you so. Now you're gone and left me here to travel this lonesome road. Well, I remember, dear, not long ago, you said you'd be my own. I never thought you'd go away and leave me all alone. The kind of love you had for me, sweetheart, has done gone cold. Now you're gone and left me here to travel this lonesome road. Well, I'm traveling down this lonesome road, oh, how I hate to go. The wind and stars are raging high, and it's awful cold. My mind drifts back to you, sweetheart, and I love you so. Now you're gone and left me here to travel this lonesome road. Take the first step. Do is roam around and long for you, my dear. You know I'd go 10,000 miles just to have you near. You left me there and broke my heart, now I'm all alone. Why'd you go and leave me there, travel this lonesome road? Well, I'm traveling down this lonesome road, oh, how I hate to go. The wind and storms are raging high, and it's awful cold. My mind is back to you, sweetheart, and I love you so. Now you're gone and left me here to travel this lonesome road. Now you're gone and left me here to travel this lonesome road. Take one out. Lonesome road, oh, how I hate to go. Wind and storms are raging high, and it's awful cold. My mind is back to you, sweetheart, and I love you so. Now you're gone and left me here to travel this lonesome road. Now you're gone and left me here to travel this lonesome road.
Did a good job picking that little mandolin.
Thank you.
Well, our time has been moving right along here, but we got a handful of songs we'd like to play to finish off our part of the show. Ohiolina. I want to go there. I want to buy a trailer there and live there.
I want to go to there someday. We're there now. This is it now. This is Ohiolina. We want to thank Ohiolina for sponsoring our stream tonight, and want to thank Corey for handling all the sound that you hear coming out of your giant hi-fi audiophile sound system at home that you're probably listening to this on. And we want to thank Mitch for handling all the visuals, doing all the CGI and the cool Star Wars wipes and all that. We want to thank Natalie and Charlie and Paul and Davey, and we want to thank all the people that work in the fine correctional facilities in Ohio.
Thank you is what he's trying to say. Well, we're gonna, right around the bend. Hanukkah started the day after, before yesterday, and before long, Christmas is going to be here, and so we thought, not that we're doing a lot of Christmas or seasonal music exactly, but we thought we'd throw a couple songs in this set just for fun. Now, David Mayfield does have with his David Mayfield Parade, he's got a big show coming up on the 19th of December, and that's his big Christmas show. And it'll be kind of like this. Nobody's going to come. No, but nobody's allowed to. But you are allowed to buy a streaming ticket, and I can guarantee you it's a good show. It's always some new stuff in there and some classics, and the Parade is an awesome band.
Go on.
And you look mighty handsome when you're in those kinds of situations.
That's enough. That'll be streaming from the GAR Hall, and you can find that on Voices in the Valley. If you ask Jeeves, he'll tell you.
Jeeves being your butler.
Yeah, Jeeves is my butler, and if you ask him, he'll Yahoo it.
Okay, I think I know what that means, but I don't know for sure. Yeah?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Santa looked a lot like Daddy. Oh, Daddy looked a lot like him. It's not the way you had him pictured. Santa was way too thin. He didn't come down the chimney, so Mama must have let him in. Santa looked a lot like Daddy. Oh, Daddy looked a lot like him. They thought I was fast asleeping, and they thought I was a tucked in bed. They never thought I'd come a creeping or listening on what they said. But Santa put his arm around Mama, and Mama put his arm around him. So if Santa Claus ain't Daddy, well, I'm gonna tell on them. Santa took a lot like Daddy. Oh, Daddy looked a lot like him. It's not the way you had him pictured. Santa was way too thin. He didn't come down the chimney, so Mama must have let him in. Santa looked a lot like Daddy. Oh, Daddy looked a lot like him.
Keep going, buddy. Don't stop now.
Well, I never saw a prancer or dancer, and I never heard the sleigh bells ring, and I never saw the red-nosed reindeer that they show on a TV screen. But there sure were a lot of presents, so Santa Claus he must have been. Santa looked a lot like Daddy, or Daddy looked a lot like him. Santa looked a lot like Daddy, or Daddy looked a lot like him. It's not the way I had him pictured. Santa was way too thin. Well, he didn't come down the chimney, so Mama must have let him in. Santa looked a lot like Daddy. Poor Daddy looked a lot like him. Santa looked a lot like Daddy. Poor Daddy looked a lot like him.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Rudolph's nose was frosty and it didn't give much light. So Santa asked his little elves to shine it up real bright. Prancer and the others are dancing to and fro. They know Christmas time is here 'cause they shined up Rudolph's nose. Christmas time's a-coming through winter wonderland. Everyone is happy down to Frosty the old snowman. Rudolph's nose is shining bright, looks just like a star. It'll help Santa find you no matter where you are. Do something. Brother's eyes are glowing and sister jumps with glee. Mama's kissing Daddy behind the Christmas tree. All the other boys and girls are dancing to and fro. They know Christmas time is here 'cause they shined up Rudy's nose. Christmas time's a-coming through winter wonderland. Everyone is happy down to Frosty the Old Snowman. Rudolph's nose is shining bright, it looks just like a star. It'll help Santa find you no matter where you are. It'll help Santa find you no matter where you are.
Boy, the big old double guitars.
That's 6 and 6. That's
like a 12 string.
it's over 10. It's close to 12.
We're almost like John Denver. You gonna play guitar on this one or mandolin?
I'll play guitar on this one.
Old Crossroads.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Would it be okay if we just do 2 more? Is that in the ballpark? As we mentioned before, move that out of the way. Every other Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m., we do a little 1-hour gospel song. I don't know what we call it yet. We're looking for a good name for our hour of gospel pleasure, but we haven't quite named it yet. But
What you just said was very awkward sounding. We shouldn't call it the hour of gospel pleasure.
all right, see how bad I am at it? So now we need people that are better at this kind of thing than I am. Anyhow, we haven't done a lot of gospel kind of music up here, and we just kind of reserve it for the GAR Hall broadcast. But we'll do one right now for, this is one of Bill Monroe's great songs called The Old Crossroads. My brother, take this warning. Don't let old Satan hold your hand. You'll be lost in sin forever. You'll never reach the promised land. The old crossroad now is waiting. Which one are you gonna take? One leads down to destruction, the other to the pearly gate. One road leads up to heaven, the other goes down below. Jesus, your Savior, will protect you. He'll guide you by the old crossroad. The old crossroad now is waiting. Which one are you gonna take? One leads down to destruction, the other to the pearly gate. crossroad. You be ready then, my brother, to shun the one goes down below. The old crossroad now is waiting. Which one are you gonna take? One leads down to destruction, the other to the pearly gates. Thank you, thank you. I don't know what we're going to do when we finally get back to playing in front of real people. Probably be quite a shock. I mean, you're real people. Don't misunderstand me. But live audience is what I mean. But I don't know. Maybe we'll get good at this streaming thing and maybe an entire new genre of music presentation after there's no more tickets that you can sell to get into Natalie's in Grandview. You can buy a streaming ticket.
I'd probably buy some tickets for that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a haul for me to get down here just to see a show, but if I could tune in at home, I might watch a few more.
Well, that's what we got going now, and that might stick around a little bit after that. So, see, we're doing this in the key of D. So, Ohiolina Festival, our sponsor, we appreciate that. Of course, the new facility in the Grandview section of Columbus here, Natalie's.
Yeah, I recommend everybody watching at home, you order some food. We had the groundhog pizza earlier, and it was delicious.
And the Whistle Pig lemonade, oh, they go hand in hand.
Yeah. All right.
Before we embarrass somebody, and including ourselves, maybe we ought to just switch from groundhogs to rabbits.
All right, that's more palatable.
You know, one time I ate the Grand Champion rabbit from the Lake County Fair. A friend of mine was the manager of the feed store that sold all the feed to the 4-H kids, and then they buy the Grand Champion rabbit. And after they do, the thing just sits in the freezer. And he called me up and said, "Hey, you want to eat this thing?" I said, "Yeah." So we set up the barbecue, and I don't want to sound cliche, but it's a lot like chicken.
There you go, folks.
I wish there was a better joke and a story to that, but that's the truth, actually. Sometimes the truth is stranger than...
Is there any adorable woodland creature you wouldn't eat, Paul?
Depends on how big and brown and glossy their eyes were, I suppose.
I'm going to have to lock my cat up next time Paul comes over.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Got a rabbit in a log and ain't got no dog. How will I get him? I know. I'll get me a briar and a rust in his hair, and that's how I'll get him. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. That's how I'll get him. I know. I'll get me a briar and a twist in his hair, and that's how I'll get him. I know. Get me a briar and I'll roast that old hair. I'll roast me in the flames nice and brown. There's feast here tonight while the moon's shining bright. Just find me a place to lie down. To lie down. To lie down. To lay down. To lie down. Find me a place to lie down. There's feast here tonight while the moon's shining bright. Just find me a place to lie down. Soles of my shoes are nearly gone.
Wore out.
Just a little ways ahead, there's an old farmer's shed, and that's where I'll rest my weary bones. Weary bones,
My weary bones.
my lazy bones,
My lazy bones.
that's where I'll rest my weary bones. Just a little ways ahead, there's an old farmer's shed, and that's where I'll rest my weary bones. Got a rabbit in the log and ain't got no dog. How will I get him? I know. I'll get me a briar and a roast in his hair, and that's how I get him. I know. I know.
I know.
I know.
I know.
That's how I get him. I know. I'll get me a briar and a roast in his hair, and that's how I get him. I know.
Stay tuned. In a minute, we're going to have a Popeye cartoon.
A Popeye cartoon.
Is that it?
I bet you that wasn't even an hour.
I come alive in the dark. Baby, I come alive in the dark.